starters, and welcome back to another episode of Conversations Over Coffee Season 2, brought to you by Revlon Philippines and Belle de Jour Power Planners. My name is Zara Carbonell, the founder of the social startup, and welcome to today's episode. All right, guys, wow, can you believe it? It is episode 8 already. Grabe, time flies so fast. Thank you so much, for learning with us this season. We have been living boldly through the women we have spoken to, and we hope that you too have taken quite a bit from our conversations as well. So today's episode is a little close to my heart, and it's very exciting because the episode is entitled The True Cost of Social Change in the 21st Century. I mean, first and foremost, alam naman natin that social change is something that we all are trying to achieve in one way or another, diba? Lahat tayo may impact journeys. And to be able to identify what that social change means to you and how you're going to get there is such a big step. And today, I hope that we're able to clarify a few points when it comes to that. But before we get to it, do share this with someone who needs to be here. Meron ba kayong woman of the world na friend? Tag them, share this with them para they too can learn alongside us. So someone who is always looking to help, someone who's always looking for the next way to make a difference, to be there for others. Tag your nicest friend on the comment section. And if you like content like these, hit that like button, please. And thank you. Right. So this is especially close to me because, as many of you know, impact has always been our end goal. For me personally, but also for the social startup. And I know that it's also true for Belle de Jour, for Revlon, for Konsulta MD. And that's why we have put together all these brands, because alam natin that at the end of the day, the goal is to make your lives better. Whether that's by teaching you how to do self-care, or by teaching you how to create a life that you are proud of, or build a business, or take care of your health, we all want to create some sort of impact in another person's life. So paano nga ba? So again, for Revlon, it's to challenge women to step up and bring their A games into whatever they choose to pursue, to live boldly, ika nga nila. For BDJ naman, again, it's to deliver inner peace to every woman who is out there, because and through their well thought of planners, journals, and even their Dare to Be cards. For Consulta MD, it's to make sure that healthcare is very much accessible to every Filipino. And again, for the social startup, it's to help you build an empire that you will be proud of, and that you will be able to get freedom, time, and financial security from. That's why we partnered with all these brands to put this series together. And because of that, every episode we make sure to bring along a strong and empowered woman to help us learn new things, get actionable tips that we can use, and of course, get some nuggets of wisdom that will help catapult us forward. We will also be giving away freebies to help every woman in her journey, and today is no less. If you're watching this, you will get a free business ebook by the social startup and a free 1 month health plan from Konsulta MD. So again, all you have to do is click on that ticking link below, register, and we will be sending it your way. So context lang, no? So ano nga ba yung nasa business ebook natin from the social startup? So it's called It All Starts with Brand Anatomy. So this book helps you ideate on your business model. It's gonna help you nail down everything you need to know at the very beginning: what your business is made of, who is it for, what problem you solve, how you should solve them, and why that super matters. And syempre, yung health plan naman from Consulta MD is to make sure that everyone has a doctor within reach 24/7. So whether that's for your physical health or your mental health, Consulta MD is on the other side of the line, ready to pick up that phone call. So again, congratulations to everyone in advance. And to catch more of our exclusive announcements, make sure to follow us on Instagram. That's at thesocialstartup.co, at RevlonPHL, and at I Love BDJ, and at consulta.md. So, okay, with all that, paano nga ba, no? How do we turn an idea into a brand that impacts lives? Pag-uusapan natin yan today. So put on your favorite Revlon lippies, grab a pen, your BDJ planner, and your cup of coffee. So let's get down to business. Let's get to know our guest for today. Ladies, our guest for today is a goal digging skills collector who constantly works towards the next achievement. She's a global citizen who has traveled to 29 countries and has lived and worked in 4 different countries. She's a hard worker in both her chosen professions. She is the Executive Vice President and Chief Operations Officer of FRV College. She's an internationally accomplished professional dancer and choreographer, and she is a budding content creator on TikTok for travel, self improvement, and life stories. So, starters, Bellas and Bold Babes, help me welcome Nix Maglasang. Hi, Nix.
Hi, Z. Thank you so much for inviting me here.
We are so happy that you made it on the show. Ate Nix, by the way. So, if you all are wondering why I might be slipping and calling her Ate, so heads up, everyone. We used to cheer on the same team. We cheered for DLSU Animal Squad back in the day. So, shout out to all the archers in the audience, but also like we were making kwento kanina, no, it's so nice to look back and see how far we've come. You've done so much, and I've
Yeah.
been seeing it all over social media from all your dancing in different places to the school that you are working with now. I'm so proud of you again. Thank you and
Aw.
welcome to Conversations Over Coffee.
Thank you
Ayan.
so much for having me here, Z. And like yung kinuwento natin kanina, I'm also really proud of you. Like from us little girls, now we're like big boss women who are like trying to make a change. So thank you so much for inviting me here.
We're so happy that you're here. Okay, so in the full spirit of Conversations Over Coffee, we've interviewed so many women from different walks of life, different professions, and one thing they have in common is lagging my some sort of routine,
Mhm.
especially in their day, whether that's in the morning, at night, but usually, at least for the women we've spoken with, some morning siya. So what we want to know is how does your morning routine look like?
My morning routine is actually not as overachieving as the overachiever that I am. Because I think like I'm a super workaholic. So yung first thing na ginagawa ko in the morning is to check my phone. I know that people I know people are like saying that you have to meditate, you have to work out, ganyan. But the first thing I do is check my phone for like important emails or like mga connections or like conversations that I need to check and that I need to reply to for work. Yeah, as in everything. It's both checking for the school and also for the dance team. And then at the same time, I'm also checking for communications from my friends because like I live in a place that's far away from them. So the morning ritual ko mostly involves connecting with people online immediately. And then after that, I do the normal people things like taking care of my dog, getting breakfast, ganon.
I love it. Do you think there's an impact na parang, okay, does it have anything to do with what you do? Only because, so I think two episodes ago, right, girls, we interviewed Tasha Bautista naman. She is an executive also from 917 Ventures. Ganyan din siya. She wakes
Wow.
up and then she checks her phone kasi nga naman, it's like, it's so hard for my mind to be at peace. It's so hard to meditate when I don't know what's gonna happen for the rest of the day. May nagwawala na ba? May nami-miss out na ba ako? So she's like, I just need to know what I'm up against today so I know how much time I have for coffee,
I
for
know
breakfast.
the overthinking of me. Yung parang yung praning na parang may na-miss ba ako? May kailangan ba akong gawin? May kailangan ba akong i-address?
So,
Yeah, yun. That's my morning ritual.
do you think it has anything to do with the fact that you are in the upper management already of the school?
Yes, of course. Because I think before kasi my morning ritual used to involve like more fitness things, ganyan. Pero since I moved to the Philippines, I have to be more careful about my actions. Kasi with how young I am, I really need to make sure that I don't make as much mistakes because like any mistakes that I do will affect a lot of people. So kaya training ako parate, I always overthink. I always want to make sure that am I doing this right? What else can I do better? Ganyan. That's why first thing I do talaga at the start of the day, it's like checking everything because I want to make sure that I don't want to miss anything and I don't want to miss any communication because I want to know my colleagues in the school that they can always reach me for anything.
Yeah. And especially, when you're, well, we'll talk about this part later, but
Mm-hmm.
just to put it out there, when you're younger and you're in a higher position, people, I don't know if it's just me or it feels like people are just waiting for you to make a mistake and they're always watching you and they're just like, is it today that she's gonna mess up? I love you. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
Just like, oh, guys, chill out.
I know. Well, to be honest, it was like a bit like that at the start. Pero kasi the people that I work with right now, yung age range niya magkaiba talaga. There are some older people, there are some younger people, and those who are in between. Before it was like a tough road because I think it's normal for any millennial that comes into this position at such a young age. But what I love is that the people that I work with, they eventually like come around to things and they understand everything. And now like we're all working together. I mean, don't get me wrong, it took me quite a while to get there, but since we've already been working together, everything is just smoother and everything is faster because we have like a multitude of minds that are working together to create solutions and to make everything quicker. Hindi yung tulad ng before na ang dami pang kailangan i-explain, ang dami pang kailangan i-know. Right now, it's like magkasundo na talaga everything.
I love it. Yeah, because especially if you're skipping the whole thesis defense part. Alam mo yung every time you're pitching an idea, you have to defend it like your thesis. So
Yes,
once you get
yes.
past that,
It
it's
felt like
so
that
much.
at the start talaga.
Oh, I bet. Okay, so because this is conversations over coffee after all, I know that you have a very interesting answer. So how do you drink your coffee?
I hate you, you know. I mean,
I know
how
that's
do I
why.
drink my coffee? I don't. Kasi I don't know why, pero you know me since college. Like I've had a lot of energy ever since.
Yeah.
So I've never felt the need to drink coffee. Um I only drink water, tapos mga so occasionally like iced tea ganon or mango shake if I my headaches. Pero I don't really drink coffee, but I love the smell and I love watching TikTok videos yung ginagawa nila yung mga coffee. Yeah, I like that. Pero I don't drink it lang.
What do you think it says about you as a person though?
I think I think that sorry, oh my gosh, alam ko this is like a, nice interview, but like because it's you, sometimes I'm like reverting back to my college mode. I think not drinking coffee says that I am a really overly energetic person kasi I feel like if uminom pa ako ng coffee, magjijitter na ako. Alam mo yung parang sobrang ano na niya. And
Mm-mm.
even without coffee, my brain is already on overdrive. Like, it doesn't matter what time of the day it is, like 3 a.m. pa ba yan, or 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. Basta as long as gising ako, my brain is already on overdrive. So, if iinom pa ako ng coffee, baka mamaya sumobra na
Wow.
siya ng ano.
Yeah. So in short, overachiever ka lang talaga as a person na parang
Just like
who
you.
needs that extra boost when I'm already on 500% all day, every day?
The way mo sinabi, I'm already
Oh, diba? Para energy. Speaking of, actually, um, before we get to know more about your work, I just quickly want to say hi to all your friends, fans, and fam out there. Ang daming wow hashtag tatak FRV
Oh,
present FBDF family. Good luck, Ma'am Jen.
oh,
Okay,
thank
let's
you.
go.
Hello, guys. Thank you for supporting. Oh, it's Kyla. That's one of my dancers.
Oh, yay! Hi, hello
Oh,
again,
she's
everyone.
the ano, yung beauty queen for Miss Bogo that I told you about, that contestant. Yeah, that's her.
Ah! Wow! Hi, nice to see you on the comment section. Ayan, let's go, Coach Janice. So yan, guys,
Oh,
tag
thank you, guys.
this on your pages para naman mas maraming matuto kay Ma'am Janice. Sorry, okay. Focus,
We
focus.
have to compose ourselves. This is serious.
I know. Coach namin yan. Kami din! Coach ko din yan. Okay. Anyway, ito na nga, serious. So speaking
Mhm.
of your work, obviously, I've had the pleasure of understanding also where you've come from and what you do now. But for the people in the audience who don't know much about you and what you do, tell us a little more about it.
Okay, well, right now I'm the Executive Vice President and Chief Operation Officer of FRV College. It's a school in Bogo City, Cebu. It's 100 kilometers north of Cebu. Basically, I'm in charge of like managing everything and supervising and also coming up with new strategies, especially with marketing and well, to be honest, even if yung title ko EVP, I wear so many hats. Like, I also do the graphic design, the video editing, the events management. Ayoko na magsalita ng mas marami pa. Pero basically, yeah, I do a lot of things for the school. And then I'm also a coach for the dance team of the school. So the dance team is named Felipe Verallo Dance Federation. they're also composed of students from the school. Tapos, and we're also using them to hone the talents of the kids and also to market the school as a place where we actually develop you, not as a person, not only as a student.
I
So
love it.
yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now.
Education is such an honorable field, and I think that this is something we can all agree with. So, first of all, thank you for what you do. Sabi ni Cherry
Oh.
Maple Vera, sana all. Sana all. Okay, don't worry. Pwede naman all. Pwede all. Which is why we have conversations over coffee so that lahat tayo may natututunan and magiging all talaga yung impact. So, yun. So, speaking of education, how has your experience working in the education industry been? Only because, syempre, in the Philippines, we all know naman that education is something that we're still striving to progress with.
Yes.
So, yeah, how is the experience so far?
Well, to be honest, I got this position because my family owns the school. Pero just because you get the position doesn't mean that you deserve it. So all these years, I've always been working really hard to prove to people that I deserve my position. And it didn't start easy. Like, I've actually been in the education industry for quite some time now. So I did some teaching for English teaching in a Korean school in Manila, and then
Mhm.
afterwards I moved to Sofia, Bulgaria, where I was actually working with the United Nations. I was doing like talks with the different schools in Bulgaria regarding their Millennium Development Goals. So education industry pa rin siya kasi I was being sent to schools to, make a social change to these children and make them realize that United Nations has a lot of different goals that they want to achieve within the millennium. And then I also moved to Istanbul, Turkey, and I lived and worked there for 4 years. So, ito naman, as a teacher naman siya. So, I was teaching like kindergarten to lower primary students.
Mhm.
That one was really a challenge, and that opened my eyes to really how difficult teachers live. Like, I've seen it firsthand, like how you have to prepare your lessons, and then how you have to make sure the kids learn something, and then you have to make sure that the students are like well behaved, they don't kill each other. Like you have to make sure na as a teacher you're not only a teacher, you don't only teach, you actually also parent, you also have to guide them, you also have to take care of them. So yeah, for 4 years I've experienced that. So now with everything that I've experienced in the education industry in Philippines, in Bulgaria, and in Istanbul, Turkey, I took that with me to the Philippines when I got this position. So in this industry, it's really difficult because education is connected to the government. Kasi alam mo yun, like CHED, DepEd, ganyan. To be honest, to be perfectly honest, at the start, I didn't know anything at all. Like, how do you do this? How do you do that? But what I'm really lucky about is that I have a lot of people working in the school who are really great at it. Like, I have my school administrator. His name is Perfecto P. Prias. He actually is like one of the main driving people who actually makes sure that we get up to par with all of the standards for CHED, for DepEd. And then we also have our very in Basaya we say it abdik. So we have our abdik department heads from the basic education and also from the college departments and also our graduates department. So it's not just about me working in the education industry for myself with myself. It's more like me working in the education industry together with other people who are trying to make a change not only in our school but in also in our community.
And I thank you.
And I thank you.
No, alam mo, education, as we know, has always been at the forefront of any kind of social change that we want. And this doesn't always even mean like the curriculum education or academic, diba? Like education comes in so many shapes and forms. And speaking of social change, do you really think that we have the power over big social changes when it comes to our community?
Well, for the most part, if you really want to make a change, it always starts with you. Pero what I did was like for as a person, as an individual, I try to share the mindset that I have with others. And then once I finally got to touch them and make them realize that we have to share the same mindset, that's
Yeah.
when our school started creating even bigger change in our community as a school, as a team. Because I believe that in FRV College, it's not just an I game, it's
Yeah.
a team game. And it's not just one team. It's like we are a team of teams. So we're all working together, different teams, and then imagine in mo the great minds of this team, and the great minds of this team put it all together, and this is how we create a bigger change. Like we've done a lot of things together that have not been seen in our community in the city that we live in. Hindi naman sa nagbabrag ako or nagbo-boast, but like we've had a lot of like breakthroughs na kami pa lang yung first school na nakakagawa nun, or kami pa lang yung first school na mabilis yung achievement nun, or consistent yung ano namin achievements, because I told them that, and this is something also that my dad and my mentor, my aunt, Mommy Lou, who's also watching next door, I think. So this is one of the things that they taught me that was very important at the very start. They said, just because we are in a small city does not mean that we have to think small. We have to
Yeah.
think globally, outside of the box. We can't just think na ito lang naman tayo, so dapat ganito lang tayo. We always have to think more. We always have to do more. So I think that's how we are able to inspire other people in our community as well to start to dream big and do big, because we can actually make a change wherever we are. It's not just like you have to be in Manila, you have to be in international to be able to do something. Even in our small city, a lot of my friends are able to appreciate it like you. Like, and then we get opportunities like this. So
Mm-mm.
yeah, so I really have everyone in the school to thank for all of our achievements as a team, because I can't do this alone, and I did not learn how to do this alone. It's with the help of a lot of other people. So, education is a big impact on society with social change, but an even bigger impact is that if you really want to make a huge definitive change in your society, you have to do it together as a team. And I'm really proud that over at FRB College, we were able to do this.
I love that. I love what you said, that, not because you are a smaller school means this is all you can achieve or have to achieve. Alam mo yun, that you can compete with the global brands. You can compete with international schools, even if you're a smaller school. And I also teach this, but in more business terms. Na parang big business energy. Let's go. Don't
I
just
love
settle.
that. It's
I'm
like
a
BDE,
small
pero
business. I am just, yeah, I invented that. I invented that. No, but what's true about when you think that I'm just a small business, I'm just a small school, parang you're limiting your dreams and your accomplishments, when in fact, who says there's a limit? Only you. The limit does not exist.
oh,
You
I
know,
love
and
that. Kailangan may Mean Girls reference to fit
yeah.
this.
Oh my gosh, I hope our viewers natawa ako. Tinex naman eh. Got that. Anyhow, yeah, so speaking of milestones and all the things that you were able to achieve by
Mhm.
working together, can you share a few of them with us? Like, what milestones have you achieved in your profession so far, and how do you think you got there?
Or do you mean like me working in the school, like yung
Yes,
current lang?
FRV as a
Oh,
as a school, like what milestones have
okay.
you gotten to?
Off the top of my head, we were able to secure some partnerships that in our community, kasi there's only a few schools. But as far as I know, there's not like a partnership with huge companies.
Yeah.
So when I started to work there, I was thinking like we need to have partnerships. We need to work with bigger companies, because these are the people that can actually also give us more, and we can also give back by taking part in whatever projects they have, or taking part of whatever image or what they want to share to the world. So we started to have partnerships with, together with the entire team. We started to have national partnerships with Acer Philippines, Google Philippines. We're also actually, yeah, it was, but again, I didn't get this on my own. It was like a lot of people have to work together. And then on top of that, we are constantly all our scholarships constantly ano siya. Now we always are able to provide for our students, because a lot of students, especially in the pandemic, like it's really difficult right now for people to have like financial capabilities to pay for things, or to even get the things that they should have, which is education. Which is why our school, the one, I mean, I know that a lot of schools do this, but I'm very proud of my school that we are constantly able to comply with all of the scholarship requirements. Ito naman, it's mostly about the registrar department under Sir Richard Codera, and our accounting department under Sir Enteng Lepasana. Like, we really work together to make sure na we are able to provide for our students. And that alone is like a big achievement, because we always have a lot of scholarships to give. Hindi lang isang scholarship, like sobrang dami niya. And then when it comes naman to international, for another national achievement for the school, which is under the dance team, we've already won like or placed in some dance competitions that are national. And then we've also been
Oh,
featured in ASAP twice. Like we were not just like a, alam mo yun, yung parang pinakita lang. It was
yeah.
actually like an interview with like yung mga hosts nila, and yeah, that was weird, but like see what we were able to achieve, even if we are just from the city. And what we're most proud of right now is that we actually have our very first international partnership. Like we were able to get an international partnership with a school in the UK, so London. The name of the school is St. Monica's Primary School. And somehow they chose us over all of the applicants in the entire Philippines. Yeah, and all because naging ambisyosa lang ako na sobrang kapal ng mukha ko na parang, I want that partnership. So, kaya nila kami pinili kasi sabi nila sa akin nung final interview na kami lang daw yung school na nag-prepare ng packet. Like, like yung may
Yeah.
graphics pa,
Yeah.
tapos may ganito ganyan. Yeah, so that's when they realized na this is the school that really wants this. So sometimes, like,
Wow, goosebumps at the Knicks. No, because it's true. Like sometimes you just have to go out of your way and manifest it. I believe in that, but also do something about it. Don't just pray for it to happen.
yeah.
Actually, work your butt off to get there. Because if you want to create any kind of change, you can't just sit passively and just be like, Lord, I hope I get it. Alam mo
Oh,
yun?
yes. Because a lot of people kasi alam mo yung dasal lang sila ng dasal. So for example, sasabihin nila na, Lord, gusto ko ng cake, bigyan mo ako ng cake. Tapos si God doesn't give you a cake, but He gives you flour, He gives you eggs, He gives you everything that you need to make a cake. And yet sasabihin pa rin nila,
Send
Lord,
yung
where's my
cake!
cake? Gusto ko ng cake, Lord.
Mm-mm.
Tapos parang
Yeah.
feeling ko deep inside sasabihin ni Lord, alam mo, ikaw, binigyan na kita ng
Hindi
flour,
pa.
binigyan na kita ng eggs. Ang kulang na lang, ikaw nagagawa sa sarili mo para makuha mo yung cake mo. So yeah,
Totoo,
so I feel
diba?
like yeah, so I feel like if you want something, you can't just say you want something. It starts with saying it and then you have to do it. You have to go after it. Hindi pwedeng ano lang siya, puro salita lang.
Totoo. Actually, it's super. I just thought of this now, but if any of your students are up for it, we have a mentor me program at the social startup, so we can like you can hand choose a few students. Syempre, we take them in small batches, so it's a 5 week intensive for anyone who wants to know how to start a business from scratch. As in, literally, all you'll need is your phone, the internet, and a good business model. Let me know. Send them my way at the next. I would
Oh, I
love.
love that. I'm pretty sure that a lot of our teachers are also interested in that kasi yung mga teachers namin, ano sila eh, mga ano rin sila, mga ambisyosa. Like,
Yeah.
hindi lang sila nagtuturo. Like, marami rin sila mga talent, marami rin sila mga,
Mm.
alam mo, parang gusto nila mag-business, gusto nilang mag-isip ng other things na pwede pong magawa. Yung passion, their passions.
Yeah,
Is
and
is it okay
ultimately,
if I also
we,
like involve yung teachers?
yeah, for sure. Anyone who wants to, pero syempre, again, we'll talk offline in segment natin siya kasi hindi ko makaya 500 at a time.
Yeah,
Pero
of
yes,
course.
for sure. That would be so exciting talaga. No, only because our goal at the social startup is also to reach out to people who, alam mo yun, want to build something for themselves, something to be proud of, but also why we even got established in the first place is really in the middle of a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
We saw how many people have lost their jobs and they don't know how to start a business. And me being having always worked in tech, I knew that in tech companies almost always start with no money, and they just
Yeah.
obviously raise funds for capital, do all the rounds, whatever, but later on. But when you're starting the business, all you really need is internet, a viable business model, and obviously sweat and tears and patience, and load, fine. But technically, it's very doable from wherever you are if you know how. So we're here really to mentor people. So we have a lot of free advice on the
Mhm.
social startup. So if any of your students want to check that out, there's that, and we do have that mentorship program that obviously Agatha and Angela are on. But I also host mentorship programs with a few other people na hand chosen. Kasi again, yung batches namin like 10 max already in a class.
Mhm.
So
Of
there's
course.
that. Yeah. So anyhow, so yun, a lot of people watching are never stop polishing your tools, sabi ng mommy ko. Oh, di ba? Good morning, everyone. Greetings here from the UK. I
Hello,
miss the
tita.
Joshua. Good morning, Bellas. It's applicable to diet too. Hindi daw pwedeng
Ano ba
sasabihin mo
'to?
lang.
Greetings from UK.
Amazing mindset. You always get what you negotiate for. Everything starts from dreaming and being ambitious. Absolutely. So yun
I
nga, the
love
next. A lot
that.
of people in the audience want to create some sort of change or difference or impact through what they do. Do you have any actionable tips for them?
Um, well, if you want to create an impact, you cannot create one if you are not living it. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to create a change, like I said, you need to start with yourself, because it is by example that people will start to follow and start to copy and start to realize that this is the right thing to do. Kasi have you noticed na yung mga grupo na yung leader nila hindi ginagawa yung trabaho niya, hindi
Yeah.
alam mo yun, yung parang you wouldn't inspire your underlings to do something about, like, or change or like improve.
If you
If
don't know how to
kaya
do
nila,
it.
yeah, pero yung leader magagalit na bakit hindi kayo ganito ganyan, bakit hindi niyo ginagawa to. It's because in the first place yung leader rin hindi rin na ginagawa. So if you want to create change, it always starts with you. If people can see the way you live your life, the way you think, the way you work with other people, and the things that you apply in your life and you show to the others and what you share to others, that's the only time that they will actually be like, kung kaya niya, bakit hindi ko kayang gawin? Because
Yeah.
it always starts with you. So if meron kang mga difficulties in your life, or like, I mean, I know that we all have our mental health problems right now in this pandemic, but if you still continue your ambitiosa vibes, like you still keep going after what you want, you still keep trying to achieve something, then that'll help others also be like, wait lang, kapares lang kami nasa pandemya, pero bakit parang siya galaw ng galaw, tas ako nandito lang ako. So there. And then also another thing that you need to learn is that if you want to create an impact, you will never stop learning. You always constantly have to like keep absorbing information, not only from online or other sources, but also from other people who know better, who do better. Like
Mm.
right now kasi yung pinaka mentor ko is my aunt. Like she's working for Cleveland Clinic, which is the second best hospital in the world. She works it for that clinic. So she gives me a lot of advice on how to run the school and how to do this, how to manage myself as not only the boss, but how to work with their other employees.
Mm.
I'm nothing without her, basically. And not just her, but also the other people in our school. Like, I would never do something without their consent or without meeting with them and without with getting like ano nila, insight nila, yung input nila. Change is not created only by one person. Change is always created by a group of people working together towards one goal. Kasi obviously it started with one person, and then once the mindset is shared, applied na yan sa lahat, and those people will just keep on affecting more. It's like a ripple effect kind of thing.
Mm-mm. I love those. And ako, I would add, invest in yourself. Na,
Yes.
like you said, you have to keep learning. Yun nga, like iOS nga nag-update. So guys, keep up tayo, diba? No, but also don't be afraid to invest your time, your resources, and your energy, because sometimes kahit na yung upfront na yun, hala, ang dami kong hours na kailangan i-clock in. At the end of the day, you're gonna reap that naman eh. 'Di ba?
Yes.
At the end of the day, ikaw rin yung makikinabang. And especially, for example, you having a mentor is, of course, very beneficial. And, me and my mentors, like, I would not be where I am without them also. So look for someone who's already been there, because you're going to be wasting so many years of your life if you're going to just try to hack everything on your own, girl.
Yes,
Yes,
that is so true.
especially you're an EVP and at your age, alam mo yun, if you are stubborn and you're just gonna sit there and I can do this on my own, don't teach me anything. Alam mo yun, I'm smart, whatever. Even if you are, it's still gonna take time. But if you invest in yourself and actually look for that mentor and listen, na
Mhm.
parang, okay, what can I learn from you? Then you're gonna cut that long learning journey shorter so that you can move on to the next learning journey, 'di ba? So,
Yes.
uh,
Yun talaga
so
isa
yun.
sa mga ano ko eh. And I don't only apply it to the school, I also apply it to my
Mm.
dance team. I even ask like my other friends na coaches na ngayon, or yung mga dati ko rin coaches. I always ask for advice because I believe that to be able to grow, you cannot grow by yourself. It's like a plant. You need water, you need sunlight. Plants don't grow by themselves. They need a lot of other things.
Yes, even indoor plants don't grow by themselves, guys.
Yeah. Kung nag-grow ba,
Ano?
mahi ka na yan.
Oo. Knowledge is key. Aspire to inspire. I'm reading off some
Oh, I
comments.
love
Never give
that.
up on your dreams. Live the way you want to see how people live in this world. Ayan. Totoo, no?
Oh, I
And
love that.
actually, what I'm so excited about in this conversation is, obviously you work in the education industry, and in the Philippines, alam naman natin na maraming pushback when it comes to education. We
Mhm.
know that being in a developing country means there there's more
Kami.
challenge out there. Oo nga, parang how to say it nicely, no? But like, seriously, there's a lot more in the terrains that we have to trek through.
Mhm.
Unlike when you're in a different country that's already more developed,
Mhm.
fix na yung system natin. Ngayon, we have private investors, we have entities who really want to create some change in their communities. Like your school, alam mo yun, pero syempre may challenges pa rin. So what pushbacks do you think people should expect when they're trying to aim for social change? Na parang, okay, I want to build something that's gonna impact someone's life. What
Okay.
pushback should I expect? Kasi syempre, it's a lie naman also to say that everything's gonna be great, smooth,
Everything's perfect.
sailing, perfect. Diba?
Okay. Well, what you should expect, you just imagine the worst situation that you can ever imagine. Yun na yun. Expect mo na yan. Kasi when you look back in history, like all the women that the significant men and women in history who are like yung nag-create talaga ng mga changes, they were not welcomed with open arms. They were
Oh yeah.
even Jesus himself, he was not welcomed with open arms. Or like mga other people like Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, they were always questioned, they were always ridiculed, they were always like, really? Could we really do that? And these people, they've experienced a lot of pushback in terms of people not believing in them, people not believing in their mindset or what they're teaching. You should expect it the same way as well. Because even me, when I was new in that school, I've had a lot of pushback. And then now that I'm working together with the school, kami naman ngayon yung teammates, and then yung background naman namin, ang maraming pushback. So, the pushbacks never stop. So, expect that your life will always be difficult because the road to social change, the road to even making any significant great change that will impact society for the better will always be difficult. It's not like in the movies na Disney mode na, hello guys, I am Care Bear. I am here to make your life better. Tapos lahat ng tao, yes, Care Bear, this is me.
Yay!
Make me ano, yay! Parang, no, it's never like that. It's always
Yeah.
like, hi guys, I'm here to make your life better. So no. That's what you
Yeah.
should expect. Like, always the difficult part. Pero, expect na rin that you should always be a fighter kasi hindi ka pwedeng mag-create ng change kung hindi ka palaban. Char.
Totoo. And parang, yun nga, when it comes to creating social change, one thing that I've learned from my lola no is that people are always afraid of different. They are scared of change and they always flinch at the face of it. Only
They're scared of
because
the unknown.
only because they have no idea what this means, what this is gonna do, how it's gonna affect them until they get there. The same way that when computers were first introduced, diba, to society, people were like, "What? We don't need computers. We don't need." Now look who's talking. Who can't live without it? Sis, tayong lahat, diba? So I guess that's there. Serious
Oo,
ako.
sobrang affected ka eh. Na, who's the who's
But yeah,
eating
that's there too. Tayong lahat. But yeah, so how, when you're living a life of impact, how do you think it affects your personal life?
Well,
May
the
nag-doorbell.
I know. Hello, Char. The key word is sacrifice, because again through history, all of the people who created big change did not do that with a happy life. They did not do that with having everything that they want, because sometimes the road to change and creating a nice impact means sacrificing yourself. Because personally, me in the school, I'm really happy that like the work life is getting better. Like everyone in the school, all the great minds working in that school are working together, working forward together. Pero me as a person, I feel like ako naman yung ngayon yung paubos. Like
Mm-mm.
the higher the school goes, I feel like the more I sacrifice of myself. Kasi I've lived abroad, so yun yung usual na ano ko, like setting. And then now I live back in the Philippines, and then I don't have my friends there, I don't have my family there. Yung mga family ko, like siblings, my parents, my aunts, my ganyan. The people that I feel are my support system. So I feel like but I don't have any choice. Kasi right now I'm doing it for the purpose. I'm definitely not doing it for the money because I earn more abroad. Like my salary abroad is actually like 3 or 4 times bigger than what I earn in the school. But the sense of fulfillment that I feel is always 20 times more than I've ever felt when I was abroad. So I feel like even if like nasa sacrifice yung personal life ko na I'm not around the people that I want to be with, I'm not like in the surroundings or environment that I want to be in, I feel like na ano naman siya, medyo may pagka-worth it naman siya because at least in sacrificing myself, I am improving everybody else. I am improving the school. I'm creating an impact also in society. So yeah, but to be honest, I need to learn yung boundaries ko because I understand that just because you want something to be great doesn't mean that you have to be less. Like I need to work on like yung sinasabi mo nga before, like yung meditation, journal writing, and yeah, mental health. Like I really
Work-life harmony nga daw, ganon.
yes, I need to learn that balance kasi masyado akong ano workaholic.
Holic. Sabi ni Cherry Maple Vera, the way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain.
Oh, ang arte, I love
I
it.
know, right? Quotable quote siya. Sabi ni Jar Carville, watching you both makes all parents proud. Aww.
Oh, sino yan?
My
Oh,
mom.
it's your mom. Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
tita.
Yes, she's seen us also from Pep Squad days. But Ate Next, parang do you think everything that you've sacrificed to be where you are and to create the kind of change that you're creating with FRV now, is it worth it?
Well, yes, definitely it's worth it because I've been traveling the world since 2012 on my own mostly, and I've been living in a lot of different countries as well. And this is the first time that I felt like my entire potential, my entire skill set are being maximized to the very pinaka limits nila. Like, and it doesn't even stop there. Akala ko like my potential is here, pero I need to learn more pa pala. So continuous lang yung growth ko, continuous lang ano. So even if like my personal life is like kind of down, pero my work life and my growth as a person, like overall, like in my career and also in how I handle things and how I learn how to work with other people, worth it siya, especially na I can see it in the happiness of the people who are in our school, like the students, less yung reklamo nila about things, like they feel like now they're being heard. Yung mga teachers naman, actually recently, the one thing that I'm very very proud of is that we are finally able to like raise everyone's salary at the same time na mataas. Like it's like I've always wanted to do this kasi I feel like they really deserve it, pero yun nga, because nga hindi naman handle yung finances ng school, we have to make sure that it's built up before we create more changes. So yeah, seeing people get happier with the way we handle things and the way we are trying to affect change, it feels like okay, sige, worth it to, tiisin ko na lang to, like I'll get
Mm-mm.
there. Like I'll find that balance eventually.
Yeah, but don't sacrifice yourself too much naman, grabe. But absolutely, if you see the effects of it and if you see, hello, look at how many students are here today, really just also watching you, meaning they are inspired, by the kind of changes that they've been feeling firsthand. So that is a good thing. You have changed lives already. So congratulations.
Thank
Um,
you.
do you think, okay, last two questions, promise. Do you think, number one, a life of impact is for everyone?
Um, it's not for everyone, but it could be. Because a lot of people actually it's surprising kasi even if you feel like you already know a lot, you'd be surprised that a lot of people can still teach you something. Every single person, especially in my travels, especially ikaw traveler ka rin eh, like you always learn something from somebody. Like you'd be surprised kahit insight pa yan or kahit maliit pa yun ng mga bagay. It's not for everyone because yung talagang big change, yun yung talagang isa-sacrifice mo talaga sarili mo, marami ka talaga isa-sacrifice na hindi mo makukuha. Pero if you want to create an impact, you can do that individually in your own little way. Like kahit something as little as smiling at somebody, like showing kindness na ganyan, it already like affects somebody na parang, okay, this day's not so bad. I mean, ginitian ako nun, pogi naman siya. So, like, alam mo yun, you can always do something on your own to create an impact. It's not just like for the
Mm,
people who are overachievers, for the people who have done so much, who are educated in this school or that school.
yeah.
It's not. Kasi if history has taught us anything, it's that a lot of people have created something in their lives even coming from nothing. So it's really up to you to grow and to make something of yourself with also the help of others to make you into the person that you were definitely meant to be.
Mm-mm. I love that you said the change starts from yourself and impact is created by creating changes in your life so that you can outlive that also. Alam mo yun, you can live up to it and share that with other people, and it could be as simple as smiling at the next person. Totoo.
Yeah.
Tawang-tawa ako. Pero ang galing ni Cherry May Pulvera, may bago na naman siyang quote. Sabi niya, there's no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. Oh,
Oh my God! Sino ba 'tong si Cherry May? Ang dami mong alam, I love it.
Mary May, thank you so much for being here. Ang galing ng insights mo. Ang dami namin natututunan sa quotable quotes mo. Thank you. Okay, we are down to our last question. If there is one thing, just one thing out of this whole 45-minute conversation, or one thing that you wish our viewers would take away from this conversation, what would that be and why?
Um, I'd like for the viewers to take away that you can always be more, do more, get more. Pero it always starts with yourself. You can't just keep wishing for something na I wish I want to be I wish I want to be an international dancer. I want to be a ganito ganyan. But then you don't actually input the work to get there. Um, there is so many things that you can do as a person, like on your own, pero hindi mo talaga magagawa yan kung puro ka lang salita or puro ka lang sa isip mo nag-iisip, pero wala ka through actions. Because just like the very, very thousand age old saying, um you ano to actions are speak louder than words. So it's the same thing about yourself. If you want to have something in your life that is like something to be proud of, or something na parang you really want to create for yourself, it can't start
Yeah.
with only talking, 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 and the next thing you know, ang tanda mo na, tapos wala ka ng time para gawin yung gusto mong gawin. You always have to immediately take action in what you want, and then manifest it through constantly thinking about it, constantly imagining that you're already there, that you already have it. Kasi ang dami ko mga things in my life that I never expected. Like, nung bata pa lang ako, I was just like, oh my God, I want to be like Britney Spears. I want to perform like that. I want to ganito, ganyan. And then now, I was able to, okay, hindi ako dumating sa level ng Britney Spears. Pero I
Hindi
was
pa.
able to become char. Feeling ko lang sa kwarto lang. I was not able to get to that level, obviously, pero I was able to become an international performer, choreographer, ganyan, dancer. So kahit pa paano, like, I did not get that just by saying I want to be like this, I want to be like this, I want to be like this, but you're not doing anything about it. It
Mm-mm.
always starts with you. So no, and also no matter where you come from, like for example, even if like feeling mo you come from a low family, wala ka na, you're destined for that. It's never like that. You can always create the you that you want to be. As in, hindi pwede na porket ito ka lang forever. Think
Yeah.
bigger. Like, you can always get something. Akala kasi ng mga tao na, ay, hindi ako mayaman, wala akong resources. Don't think like that, okay? A lot of people have a lot of excuses, but only the great people pushed past that and tried to
Yeah.
make something happen for themselves.
Mm.
So, basically, yung sinasabi ko, never let excuses get the better of you. Constantly move and do better and think better for yourself, not only via words, but also actions.
Mm.
And I
There
think,
will always be 100 excuses and 100 things or reasons for you not to do it.
I
If you really want
know.
to go out there and just do it, go lang ng go. Ayan,
I know,
sabi,
especially na
Mary
you can
May.
inspire somebody pa. Like, for example, you. I mean, since college pa lang, ang buwang mo parate, I want to be a beauty queen. Beauty queen ako, ganito, ganyan. And then, wow, you made it happen. So, it's like things like that na parang you can't just keep talking. You have to do the walk.
Do something about it. You have to put in the work. Ayan. Stop daydreaming and move your ass and make it happen for you, sabi. Sabi. Sabi ni Jar Carville. Oh, si Mommy talaga. Sabi ni Cherry May. Cherry May! Your attitude determines your direction. Totoo rin yan.
Prepared
Sabi
siya.
ni
Nag-research yata siya ng quotes, no? Bago.
interview ko siya next time. Sabi ni Joshua Ivan Obenite, I want to be as successful as Coach Janice. Such
Aw,
an inspiration.
thank you,
Sabi
ah.
ni Atil Auza, stop doubting yourself. You never know that there are other people who are intimidated by your potential.
Oh,
Totoo.
this girl is our hi Atil. This girl is our SSG president.
Wow!
Yeah, I
Hi!
remember that. She wrote that in her letter to me, like for Teacher's Day, na parang ano to, you keep doubting yourself sometimes, but you don't actually know that people are intimidated by you and your potential. Something like that.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
so
thank
true.
you, Atil.
Mark Lawrence says, indeed, if you believe in yourself, things are possible. Ayan.
Oh, this is so Disney.
I know. Let's go at the Jansky. You're such an inspiration.
Oh,
And
this
sabi
is
ni
a
Edison,
dancer friend. Oh, this guy Ian, he's actually the champion of Philippines for yung Mega Cruise hip hop. Yeah, they're representing Philippines in Australia. Hi Ian.
congratulations. Oh
Thank
my gosh.
you
Hi,
for
Ian. Thank you
watching.
for being here. Edison says, basically YOLO. You only live once, so live a life you will remember.
Obviously, dancer ko kasi yung ano nila, yung
Ayan.
profile pic.
I know, right? Sobrang everybody up energy at 10:50 in the morning. But yeah, as we say at the social startup, in everything that you want to do, start here because where you are this time, this place, there's always something that you can do to move yourself forward. Hindi naman ibig sabihin nun, times 100 na agad yung forward steps mo. Sometimes it just starts with one. And that's
I
fine.
love that. I
Because
love that.
tomorrow you have another one thing that you get to do. And the next thing you know, you have built something that you are proud of. And it's because you took a chance on yourself. You are worth betting on. So go all in.
I
It's
love it. Ano ba 'to, puro tayong mga ano, mga iba diyan
put
kung hindi pa rin kayo na-motivate.
Ayan. So
Baka
speaking
ano, si Cherry May na magagawa na siya ng personal
Very
ano.
May. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for being here. And again, thank you so much, Ate Nix. I am so happy that we were able to share this conversation with our starters, our Bellas, our bold babes watching, and of course, all the students of FRV College. Ayan, again, we're so happy with everyone's presence. Again, if you are after a life of impact, I hope that you took down notes. If you know someone who will want to hear this, share this on your timeline, share this with them, tag them on the comment section below. And again, paki-like ang video natin if you want more content like this. We'd also love to know what you felt or how you felt about today's conversation. Put it on the comment section below. Ano yung number one takeaway nyo? Ano yung natutunan natin today from Miss Nix Maglasang? Ayan, everyone, we are excited for all your answers. Before we say goodbye, Ate Nix, syempre
Mhm.
kailangan may picture tayo, di ba? Or else it
Oh,
didn't happen. So, official photo tayo. Game. One, two, three. Safety. Wow, safety.
safety.
Wait, one, two, three. There you go. Thank you so much again, ladies and gents. Miss Nix Maglasang.
And thank you so much for having me here, Z. Like, really, I'm so proud of you with, like, from college to now. Like, you've really done so many things for yourself. And, like, I really love that you're out for impacting people and helping them change for the better with your startup company and also with everything that you're doing, even by example. So, yun. One day, may inspired din ako na i-maintain yung fitness thing just like you do. Pero, like, for now, I'm really thankful that you invited me to your show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was an honor having you on the show, ladies and gents. Nix Maglasang.
Bye.
Ayan, we are coming to an end. But before we do, we want to remind everyone that we are giving away our brand anatomy ebook for free. And of course, meron din tayong free 1-month health plan care of Konsulta MD. So if you want to avail that, all you have to do is puntahan nyo yung link na nagtitik below and then register and you get all that for free. Email namin sa inyo yan within the day. Again, we would love to be a part of your journey to yourself and to your success. So for more business tips, follow us on Instagram. That's at thesocialstartup.co. This season is presented by Revlon Philippines and Belle Jour Power Planners and of course, supported by Konsulta MD. Again, maraming salamat po. Thank you so much for spending the last hour with us wherever in the world you may be. Be sure to join us again on our next episode happening on November 8th at 10 a.m. where we will be talking about the dangerous consequences of hustling. Syempre, this is for our overachievers out there, for multi-passionate women and men in the audience. This one is for you. So these are the consequences of hustling that we almost never talk about. We will be joined by Konsulta MD's marketing manager, Pam Lee, and of course, Dr. Eliza of Konsulta MD. So ladies, mark your BDJ planners and we can't wait to see you there. We are so happy na lahat tayo nandito nakita-kita and I hope that you learned something from it. This has been your host and the founder of The Social Startup, Zara Carbonell, reminding you all to fill your weekly cup with coffee affirmations and a whole lot of magic. Mwah! See you soon!